Hello, I'm waiting for people to join. Yay, I'll pull a card for you for sure. I'm just sharing this. And would love to know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're feeling too. I'm feeling a little bit toasty, roasty toasty. I went surfing today, twice today actually, and feeling a little bit burnt. I didn't realise I was getting burnt, but I don't really mind being a little bit burnt because I'm not too concerned about that sort of thing. Alright, I'm just going to put this up to make sure that comments come through because I've been having all this problems with my phone in my private groups. Oh, I've run out of water. In my private groups, like when I'm doing like the ceremonies and, you know, in my live things, and for some reason when I go live in my private groups, it doesn't seem to bring up all the comments for some reason. So I don't know, I'm just checking, and I'm doing it from my personal page because I want to talk to you. So let me know if you'd like a card. I'll pull yours in a moment. Ned, I'm just going to run and get some water because I thought that I had brought water, but I'll be 2 seconds. All right, got some water. So, all right. Oh, it's totally okay, Tammy. And you don't need to get back to me. I guess I'd been thinking about you. So, I was just checking in. All right. So, if you'd like a card, please let me know. I just want to share a little bit first, though, because I've been surfing today, right, for the first time in, like, ages. And I didn't plan to go surfing either. Like, I went, I took the dogs for a walk on the beach this morning, and I haven't been to my beach since the whale thing happened, right? If you've been following me, you understand the whale thing. If not, a big dead whale got washed up on my beach entrance, and so I had just stayed away, and it was storming and everything anyway, so I hadn't been to the beach for ages. But then it started to clear up, and there was still all the stuff going on with the whale, and I was like, oh, and I just went to different beaches and all that sort of thing. So and I'm kind of backtracking a little bit, but it feels important that I share this, right? Because this is building on the, you know, when you get an idea, do you doubt it or do you trust it, right? And I wanted to say more in the title, but it was like a little bit tricky to kind of fit all that in. And anyway, so the point of my story, for sure, yeah, anyone who wants a card, please let me know and I'll get back to it in a moment for sure. Yeah, definitely. On Watala it was, yeah. And so I'm backtracking. So you've seen that I've started holding the full moon ceremonies, and I started doing them a while ago, and now I felt really called to, you know, step up and do them every single full moon on the full moon. So last night was my second online full moon ceremony, and I'm loving holding them. The power is phenomenal. Power's phenomenal anyway, but like it just made me reflect, right? Because yesterday I had lunch with girlfriends, and then driving home I just felt called to just, you know, I was driving past it, like pull into my beach entrance and just have a look. Like I had my long beautiful dress on, and I just felt called to go down to the water's edge, and I stood at the water's edge, and driving home was just like this kind of overwhelming sense of, you know, like I just wanted to cry, like just from, I guess, joy, you know, like, and I don't know, like aliveness or just gratitude, like I don't know, like something has really shifted inside me, and I'm forever fucking grateful. And with like going to the beach yesterday. Like, I didn't think of it at the time, but I Snapchatted. If you saw my Snapchat yesterday, you saw that I was at the beach, and you know, just was like, this is the first time I've been at my beach since the whole whale incident. And I put it on Snapchat, and you know, and then I went home and prepared for the full moon ceremony, held the full moon ceremony, went to bed, and as I'm falling asleep, I was like, I got the message to like check, and I was like, what time was I actually at the beach at the water's edge? And when I looked at my Snapchat feed, I could see it was like I posted it at 3:22 p.m. And I'm pretty sure when I checked the actual exact full moon time yesterday, it was 3:22 p.m. And I'm like, that would explain why I'm feeling all this emotion. And it was just like not overwhelming, but overwhelming in a good way. It was like a good feeling, yeah. And when, you know, like with that realization, it's just made me reflect, especially this morning. And that's why, you know, I felt called to go to the beach this morning and take my dogs for a walk this morning on the beach. And like with the I was really feeling, you know, that connection to the ocean, to the moon, and you know, just how much I'm really tuning into you know, I don't know, the energies, like don't know if it's going raw food or the shifts I've had, or probably a whole combination of things, yeah. And stepping into alignment is probably the biggest thing. So anyway, the point of my story is that I went down to the beach this morning with my dogs, and I haven't taken them for a walk along that particular part of the beach, which I always used to go to all the time with them. And, you know, the biggest part is that, like, I feel so, what's the word? It made me reflect that I hadn't been to my beach. If you'd been following me for a bit, you'd understand that the whale had huge significance for me landing on my beach, you know, and the whale totem meaning, and you know, the astral travel with the whale that I had like 6 days before it landed on my beach, and all this sort of thing, and all significant, and all the details are going into my book. So if you really want to find, like, read all the details of it, calls to you, it's in my upcoming book. But just the significance of it all. And, you know, when I was walking along the beach this morning, I was like, oh wow, you know, like from last full moon to this full moon has been like incredible shifts. And I know that that first online full moon ceremony that I held, like, shifted something entirely, like, it started something, right? It started something. Now, any ceremony that you attend, right, is massive, yeah? Like when you graduate school, like year 7, or graduate high school, your whole life completely changes, right? So and that's a ceremony, yeah? When you go to any ceremony, your life shifts. So if you're stuck with something in your life, or something's not working, or you're not quite sure, go to a fucking ceremony. Because seriously, it will completely shift your life. It will move stuff. It will change you, yeah? So anyway, the point of my story is that, you know, from full moon to full moon in this past month, so many huge shifts have occurred in my life personally. And when I was walking along the beach this morning, you know, it was a bit kind of, I don't know, the banks weren't working. I wasn't going down there to surf. I was going to take the dogs for a walk, go to the gym, come home and work. And that was what I'd planned to do. And when I got down there, you know, I was like, oh, there's actual, like, you know, decent waves. And I know that's been around for a little bit, but I just haven't felt drawn to going to the ocean. Like, even my girlfriend's like, during the week, she's like, oh, come for a surf. And I'm like, just haven't felt it. You know, like, there's a part of me for so long time, I'm like, oh, I need to go surfing. I need the ocean. I love the ocean. It fixes me. Whereas lately, it just hasn't been that. And I've been watching that in myself and just going, oh, this is interesting. I'm not even, like, feeling drawn to go surfing. Or be, you know, at the beach even. And I've gone through all these transformations in that period of time. And then it was like, it felt really significant that yesterday at exactly 3:22, when the moon was at peak full moon, I was at the water's edge, so intuitively just happened to be down there. And, you know, of course, all this astral travel stuff happens. It's just so natural to me. If you haven't read my blog post that I just posted, just go and check it out, because I think the biggest part of the shifts that I've had recently has come from the fact that I realized that my gifts are pretty fucking unique, and I just thought it was normal for everyone. And it was only through you know, like 3 particular incidences have happened in the past month that have just made me go, oh really? Like, I just thought this was normal and natural for everybody, right? But now I'm starting to like from my closest friends, which are very psychic and in tune as well, have gone, nah Hannah, you've got a gift, like, you know. And I'm just like, oh, I just thought everybody was like this. So I'm like starting to really own my gift more, and I think that's making me happy. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I do have a gift. And you know, and if you read my blog post, I'm sidetracking a little bit, but I'm not. It's like, you know, when I realize, right, that I've got this particular thing that I thought everyone does, the thing that was tripping me up for like this entire time of my entire life, is I thought this was normal for everybody. And the part that trips me up is the fact that I see, or everybody has the potential to have these skills, but it's not everybody who will do the complete work to reach that capacity of that level, right? And I believe that anyone can do anything, right? I truly believe that. I believe that anybody can train their body, mind, spirit to do absolutely anything, because we're infinite beings. We have the capacity to grow and change and create and do amazing fucking things, like out of this world things, but not everybody has the courage or the guts or whatever to actually do that, right? Or the drive even. So when I said, you know, when you get an idea, do you doubt it or do you trust it? Because the thing is, for me, like, you know, I've already written books. You know, I've written 9 books in, 9 books in 10 months, like the Chakra Consciousness series. And except I'm now writing another book, which, you know, I'm really excited about, because this is like, I don't know, this is my gold book or something. I don't know. It feels really significant for some reason. And it is a book that I'm, you know, planning on getting completely published and on Amazon and all the whole friggin' works. So anyway, the point of my story is that, you know, like, I just started writing this book. Like, I write all the time. You know, I've got many documents full of all this different writing stuff. And, you know, with this particular book, like, as I'm writing and, you know, and then I'm just getting more downloads. Like, the more I write, then I'll go and do something and I'll just get this other download. I'm like, oh, I need to go back and write this down, right? And, you know, the thing is that when you get an idea, do you act on it straight away? Because like I said, when I started writing this book and I've downloaded, I'm like, okay, cool, I'll write all this stuff and I can't seem to type fast enough. And then I'm like, I have to go and do something. And then, you know, more comes through. And the reason I say, when you get an idea, do you trust it and do it? Because when you do it, it moves through your body, right? When you get an idea, thanks, Ben. When you know, get an idea and you act on it and you know, do it, right? So for me, like, writing it down, and you go away and just, it's like created space here for more stuff to come through, yeah? And it keeps the flow going. So when you get an idea, act on it, yeah? Like, trust it, because some people get ideas and they're like, oh no, oh, everybody else is doing that, I better not do that, or oh no, that would be like copying them, or oh no, I'm only doing that for egotistical reasons, or no, you know, it's just like, you are connected to the collective consciousness. If you don't act on that idea, somebody else will. And it's not like, oh, I better act on it because somebody else is going to take my idea. Whilst that does happen, you know, like, it's not like, you know, if something's meant to happen for you, it will happen. It's in your destiny, it's in divine timing, it's in all of that, right? I truly believe that. I truly believe that you need to step up and create things too for those paths to open up, right? So it's all this intricacy stuff. However, the point that I'm saying, right, and this is the key point, right, is that when I started writing my book, I got the message at some point in time. I've received so much information in the past month, it's freaking ridiculous. Hi, so, and then when I started writing this book, I got the message that this is, you know, like, because I was starting to get all this other information, and I'm like writing this down, and I'm like, oh, this seems a little bit like off from this first book, right? Like, the information's a little bit different, or however you describe it. And they were like, no, this is the second volume to this one, because my book is the handbook for ancient blooded healers, and then there's a second volume which is like all the other like metaphysical stuff of explaining everything. And I'm like, oh, well, that makes complete sense. So I'm kind of writing 2 books at once, which, you know, as me as I'm a multitasker and, you know, is very thing. But the thing is, I'm really excited about writing this book because there's so much that I want to say, but I need to say it in a particular order. And if you've seen some of my long blog posts, they're so fucking long. I'm like, oh, this needs to go in my book. Like, anyway. So I just wanted to share, you know, like that when you get an idea, do you doubt it or do you trust it? Because ultimately, you know, like if you don't start, you'll never know. Like, I didn't know I was going to be writing or have a second volume for my book, you know, but because I've been writing and then more information comes through, more information comes through, more information comes through, and I was like, well, that's a little bit off, and then like, oh, there's a second volume. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense then, right? Because you might get an idea and you might see the bigger picture, but you don't know all the little steps. But until you take that first step, more information can't come through about the next step, right? So just keep trusting those ideas, and you know, if it's not meant to be, it will never work anyway. And so, you know, and plus, the more peace and the more joy and aliveness and happiness you feel, you know you're onto something, so keep trusting that, yeah? Alright, I really had to share that bit, really important, and I just wanted to share one last little thing, that the significance of me saying about the moon and connecting back and the waves and the ocean is the fact that, you know, like I haven't been surfing for probably nearly 2 months. I haven't been near the ocean, especially my beach entrance, for quite some time because of the whale incident. And then going down there this morning, I didn't even plan to go surfing today. Took the dogs for a walk on the beach, and I was just like, oh man, like this bit of waves here, like, you know, that's kind of really perfect. And I'm like on my phone to my girlfriend going, we're going surfing. Anyway, so I ended up going surfing, and the point of my story is that there was not many people where we were, and I knew the whale was kind of there. But it's been moved now. But of course, you know, if you bury an animal and then try and dig that shit up, like, of course you're gonna miss bits, and all the blood's gone through the sand and all that sort of shit. Anyway, surfing, it was amazing. There was only maybe 5 other people out where we were, and we had this bank to ourselves, and it was amazing. And just to get the sun, and I hadn't been in the ocean surfing for so long, I was like, oh, I needed this, but it was a fucking workout because there was like 1 to 3 foot, and when that set came through, oh my god, it really pushed me, especially after not surfing for so long. However, I caught this amazing wave, and it took me all the way to the beach, and I got up on the sand and had some water, and because I'm up on the kind of, you know, the sandbank, or the, you know, the bush thing, I could see like the oil slick like going out, and it was like a massive like length of the beach and then going out into the ocean. And I'm like, oh, because when I was out there surfing, like we even said, I'm like, oh, it smells, eh? Like, and it was just like slick of oil, and there was turtles there. There's never turtles on the ocean, like open beach there. And you know, and there was like big silver fish. Like I saw it came and it turned around and swam away from me, and I don't know, I don't think it was a shark, but it was like the tail was this big in the water, like, you know, as a silver yellow fin. So I don't know if it was a big, I don't know my fish, but a big fish. But there was a lot of activity out there today. And then my girlfriend just tags me in, like, you know, dorsal fin sighting of a 4-meter tiger shark, you know, up further, and it was sighted probably pretty much when we got out of the water, so no doubt, you know, he's been swimming along. The point of my story just there is that if I didn't feel to go surfing, I wouldn't have gone surfing. And I went in the exact spot where the fucking whale was, for fuck's sake. Like, you know, it's like, you know, and swimming in that burley, like, you know, my skin was oily when I got out, and I actually smelt. And anyway, it's just, you know, trusting yourself and trusting your feeling, you know, like that was such a out of the blue feeling. I didn't even plan to go surfing. I was like going to go to the gym, and it was just like, oh my god, like I really want to go surfing. I've been surfing in ages, and you know, it felt right. And I even went surfing again later this afternoon. So you just need to trust, you know, yourself and your ideas, and more energy will keep flowing through, yeah? Because if you don't, it banks up like a dam, you know, and dams get really muddy and dirty and stagnant, whereas when that water's flowing, it's clear and it's open and it's, you know, beautiful, yeah? Alright, so I'm going to pull cards. So if you'd like a card, I'm feeling called to pull cards today. So I'm just checking these comments because I'm feeling called to, yeah, feeling called to pull cards for people today. So I'm going to pull cards today. Alright, so this first one is for Ned, and if you've got any questions too, obviously please just ask away. I'm going to go to the gym this afternoon, can you believe it? I'm like got 2 surfs in, and then I'm going to the gym as well. Wasn't going to, but I'm on a roll, and you can make anything happen, right? Oops, I forgot to turn this around. So let me turn this around. So, hey Nerissa, I was fully thinking of you girls today when I was out in the surf, and now I see your photos and I'm like, oh, that would be why. I'd wondered if you were talking about me, and then it confirmed it. Maybe you weren't, but hey, I was feeling both of you. Okay, so I'm pulling card first for Ned. I've pulled the solar plexus chakra for you. It's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So, very much obviously personal power, and the message I'm getting for you specifically around that is trusting yourself, or not trusting yourself, being comfortable with your power, yeah, and owning it, like, you know, being comfortable, being okay that you have a power, that you have a gift, that you have, what is it? That you have, maybe it is that you don't trust yourself, or you don't trust your ideas, or something like that, but it's about you owning your power. It's about you being comfortable with your power, yeah? And not being comfortable with your power might show up as self-doubt or sabotage as well. Oh, and getting sabotage. Are you sabotaging something in your life that's good right now because you think that you're not good enough? Yeah? Do you believe that you are good enough to receive that? Do you believe that you are good enough to own, you know, like your self-worth, and, you know, like believe that you're good enough? I'm wondering if that resonates with you, because that's the message that I'm getting there for you around that. That's okay. I just saw your comment there, Ned, that you just keep getting booted off my feed for some reason. So I'm just checking these comments that they're, oh, yep, spot on, is it? So yeah, so with the solar plexus, and my Trust Your Intuition course is completely based in your solar plexus as well, by the way. And yeah, I don't know, the sabotage, and then just believing that you're good enough to receive stuff, because it feels like you've been working quite hard to achieve things in your life, or to attract things into your life, and now that you've got them, it brings it up. It's like, oh, actually, or I did attract this, I did pull it into my life, I did create this. Oh, now I'm not sure if I'm good enough to actually have this. Am I worthy enough to have this? Yeah, that's the strong message that I'm getting there for you. So just trusting that you are good enough, and if you are sabotaging yourself in that regard, then to work on, you know, the beliefs that you have around not feeling good enough, or, you know, not worthy enough to have good things in your life. Yeah, it's like you'll have that belief that, you know, you have to work hard for things, but then when you get them, you push them away, which would be a fear of, don't know if it's a fear of losing it, so I'll push it away instead, but it's more of a good enough, I'm feeling, like believing that you're good enough to have it. So hope that helps you. I'm getting in a relationship sense, but I'm not sure if you're in a relationship or not, but to keep believing that you are worthy of it. Alright, so who else would like a card? Tammy. I felt you. Yes, I did, Nerissa. It's so funny. I just wrote a blog about it because, as I just said, you know, like I'm really starting to realize that I do have a gift that I just thought was normal for everybody, and it can be normal for everybody, but I've done a lot of work on, you know, a lot of work over a long period of time on a daily basis that's so freaking natural, that I do go very deep very quickly, and it's just, it is a natural thing, and I just thought everybody has it. So I can feel, you know, so much. Anyway, so who's this one for? Tammy. Yeah, no worries, Ned. Tammy, this is for you, heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. I'm getting the message you're doubting your feelings, Tammy, and getting confused, right? The only time we'll get confused is when our mind will tell us that our heart is wrong or try and find some negative about it, and that's when we'll get confused. But I just got strongly, and then you're doubting what your heart is feeling, so don't doubt it, and trust that the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Like, you know, feel into your heart, and whatever it is feeling, like, don't discount it. Yeah, like, just keep believing that it's right and true, and, you know, no matter what the mind tells you otherwise, like, keep trusting it. I'm getting for you there, Tammy. All right, Christian, this one is for you, and I'm feeling to pull a Archangel Raphael card for you, Christian. If you've just joined, I'm pulling cards for people today. I'm feeling called to pull cards, so let me know if you would like a card. Christian, I've pulled 2 cards accidentally out of the deck for you. So I'm pulling detoxification, Christian, and fresh air. So, whilst fresh air can mean getting out in nature, especially when it's come up in the detoxification card, I'm getting it's time to take a break. So, it feels like you've already been thinking about detoxing from something in your life, whether it's a type of food or something like that. I'm getting like a food or something. I don't know if it is food. It's something though. Something to do with the physical body for sure. But the taking, you know, the fresh air card, like I said, can always mean, you know, taking a break from something, is what I usually also get the message around the fresh air. So taking a break, but detoxing. So, you know, if you've been getting messages about detoxing about something, then definitely listen to that, because oh, sugar. Yeah, okay, there we go. So just take a break from it. And, you know, the biggest thing about doing a detox, whether we're detoxing from anything in our life, I find it a lot easier to stick to whatever detox regime we choose to stick to if we've got an end date. So you could say, right, I'm not going to have sugar for a month, because then the ego's like, oh, cool, I can handle that because I can hang out until the 1st of December, right? But then by the time you get to the 1st of December, usually your body's adjusted and you don't go back to your old habits as much or something, for example, right? So yeah, so if that helps, so taking a break, like I said, just take a break from it. I mean, being sugar-free for the rest of your life is a pretty big ask. But if you can, you know, just take a break from, you know, sugar for the next month or whatever, you know, regime you stick to, is definitely the message coming through for you there. And look, I don't usually show the bottom card of the deck, but the bottom card of the deck came up as yes. So you're right onto it. Yeah, sure thing, Tammy, no worries. So anyone else would like a card? I'm pulling cards. So who else would like a card? Matt, there we go. So if you'd like a card and you just joined, please just comment in. I'm feeling called to pull cards at the moment. I'm doing them in order, so I've pulled, who am I up to? Matt, I am up a card for you, Matt. Up to you, Matt, for a card. You're very welcome, Christian. All right, so Matt, second opinion has come out there. So, dear God and Archangel Raphael, guide me to the best healthcare professionals for this situation. So I am getting something to do with your health. And if you've been given some news about something to do with your physical body, your health, go and get a different opinion. Like, you know, especially if it's something serious, you know, three opinions is a good way to do it. Especially if you're doubting, especially if something's like, yeah, okay, but not sure, right? Go and get a second opinion. So I'm wondering how your health is, but I am getting something to do with that, something to do with your lungs or your heart even. So I'm wondering if it is physical or whether it's actually that heartbreak or feeling sad about something too. but I would get a second opinion in a sense of also to what is that coming through there? If something's not working, yeah, if something feels blocked, right, because the river on the card is jumping out at me and that's like flowing freely, but you know, and especially with the heart, it's the same sort of color as the heart chakra too. So if something's not flowing freely in your life, then definitely, you know, like take stock, like move and, you know, get on, you know, like choose a different way, like ask second opinion, like ask other people for opinions, like get another point of view, yeah, is a message that I'm feeling, because then that's going to open the flow up for you, yeah, if that makes sense. Definitely Ben, for sure. I just got to do a couple more in order there, and I'll definitely get to Kaylee for sure. Pull a card for your daughter. I'd love to do that. All right, so this card is for Narissa. Yes, Narissa, this card is for you. Stretch yourself. So whilst when this card comes up, it's definitely, you know, like you can definitely do yoga to stretch your body. And I think it does say things in there about yoga in the book. However, when I get this card for people, it's also around, you know, like stretching your mind and your awareness and thinking outside of the box, not taking everybody's opinion on, which is like the number one thing that I teach in Trust Your Intuition, to not take everybody else's opinion or views on things, but to tune in what's right for yourself. So to stretch yourself in, you know, having a, I guess an awareness, but having a, an open mind, yeah, to all different points of view, and they're all valid for all different people, but what's valid for you, yeah, what's valid and real for you, and stretch your mind outside your comfort zone in what's important to you and what means what to you. Does that make sense? So that's the message I was getting for you around stretch, yeah? Stretch your mind, stretch your awareness there, yeah? All right, so who's next? Alina, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages. All right, Alina, I'm feeling to pull one from the Angel Therapy cards. Ooh, Alina, I have pulled Twin Flame for you. So I'm wondering what's happening in your relationship, what's going on in your personal relationship. I'm really getting the message that if there's a lot of like, getting a real dense energy for you, like the black in the card, oops, the black in the card is really jumping out at me too there. Yeah, real dense energy for you. Of course, Trust Your Intuition comes to mind. I even wrote about this in my blog just before, you know, like staying positive and, you know, feeling happy and joyful and light and, you know, on path can be quite easier said than done. Can be a lot of resentfulness to people who are in joy, because when we are feeling really dense, or when our vibration is quite dense and heavy in energy, it's hard to be that, yeah, it's easier said than done. So Trust Your Intuition does help to clear your energy field on a very deep level, like shifting wounds and, you know, moving through that, so that you become vibrationally lighter and things don't affect you as much. So that I am sharing that because I know you've been following me for a while, and Trust Your Intuition won't be at this price anymore after the 29th of December, 29th of November. So it's only 3.5 weeks away. That's still open. I highly recommend that for you, just because I've been with you for a little bit now, and like you said, you always seem to be carrying a load around with you. So there's a bit more going on underneath the surface for you, and that denseness is quite prominent in your body and energy field, and it is really time to kind of, you know, I guess it just depends how much longer you're wanting to carry that load around with you, yeah? So, you know, and with that, it's like taking on other people's stuff, and, you know, especially when we're in relationship, you know, we bounce off each other, right? And we bounce off each other until one of us shifts, and then there's nothing for that to bounce off anymore, and they'll leave us shift and, you know, and step up, and you just won't be affected by it as much anymore, yeah? And that goes for everyone around you too, yeah? So, you know, what you can do right now to shift that, surely you must have my internal compass chakra clearing meditation. Yeah, for sure. I'll send you the details, but I'll also put a link in the comments for Trust Your Intuition for anyone else who that resonates with, because it's doors are open and they close on the 29th. So, but yeah, for now, like I said, you know, if you've got the internal compass chakra clearing meditation, I highly recommend doing that on a daily basis, yeah? All right, so just got goosebumps saying that. So start shifting the energy by that already. Oh, goosebumps. All right, who else? Whose turn is it for a card? Oh, goosebumps. So it's obviously all right, so obviously messages. If you don't have it, all right, I'll put the link in the comments for that too. I know, yeah, I'll put the link in the comments for the free internal compass chakra clearing meditation if anybody else is watching this and it resonates too. Sorry about the goosies. Oh no, just obviously alignment and truth there for you. So all right, so in the comments I will put the Trust Your Intuition link and also the internal compass chakra clearing meditation. That's free if you haven't got that already, and I'll personal message that to you as well, Alina. Okay, Benjamin, it's time to pull a card for Kaylee, and I'm going to pull a card from the animal deck, yeah, the messages from your animal spirit guides. So getting goosebumps pulling cards for children. I love that. I love the kids to be connected to their intuition, like, because it's so important. Oh, look, one's jumping out. Oh, it's the shark. Might sound scary, but the shark is awesome for protection, yeah? So the shark says to trust your instincts and to discern the truth of the situation, yeah? So that means for you, Kaylee, yeah, shark is very, like, if you think about a shark swimming in the ocean, they're very, I guess, what's the word? They're very clear. They're very discerning, yeah? They don't attack humans on purpose. They usually just kind of take a bite accidentally, or something. It's not like they'll savagely attack unless you're thrown into a shark pit, right? So, you know, when they come along, they're just trying to see what it is. And the thing is, the message that I'm getting for you is with shark energy, and you can, you know, call in shark as a spirit guide, yeah, like an angel, yeah. Shark will help you to just kind of sense out things, yeah. It's like, oh, what's that about? Oh, okay, I can, oh, no, that doesn't feel right for me. Oh, yeah, that feels right for me. No, that doesn't feel right for me. Yeah, that feels right for me. I'll go this way, yeah? And that shark will help you to trust what's right for you and what's not right for you. No matter what anyone else is saying around you, it's important that you trust what you feel is right, even, you know, if your best friend or someone that's really important to you says something to you, it's just going, oh, okay, well, yeah, that doesn't actually make sense to me. That's not important for me, or, you know, but if something really makes you happy and alive, well then, yeah, definitely go for that, yeah, and that will keep you to trust your instincts, yeah, trust your feelings, trust your heart, and that will lead you on the correct path for your life, yeah. So that's for you, Kaylee. Checking in there with you. All right, so Emily, I'm just seeing that for some reason you can't seem to catch the live streams. Yeah, everybody seems to be having trouble with internet lately. I did too, and then I rang up my provider and they obviously pressed some buttons at their end and it's all running smoothly now. You're very welcome, Ben. I hope that helps Kaylee a bit there. All right. It's a big storm where you are. I wonder if it's coming up here. It's pretty warm here today. I'm going to pull a card for you, Emily, even though you're not live, but you sent me a message saying you're trying to get on live and for some reason it's not working, so maybe you can watch the replay. For Emily, I'm going to pull a card for you from Archangel Raphael, and if nobody else wants a card, then I'm going to jump off live stream. Otherwise, I'll wait for the comments to come through a little bit if there's anyone else who wants a card. All right, so Emily, this card is for you. Have faith. So, looking at your situation that I know a little bit about, need I say more? So, dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. So, Jesus is like, Jesus Christ is like the epitome of faith, yeah? So, really allowing and trusting and increasing faith. And if you're wavering in faith, like if you start doubting or you're not sure or you're just not feeling sure, you know, just ask, the angels ask Archangel Raphael to, you know, boost your faith, saying, I need some help in increasing my faith. Please help me increase my faith. And, you know, that sort of thing can help you rather than staying in worry and doubt, yeah? So have faith, Emily. That is there for you. So I'll let you tune into that when you jump on the replay. So, yes, for sure, I can definitely pull one for Sienna as well. That was lucky, I was just about to get off, so just got in on time. Got in on time? Got on in time? Both? Alright, this is for Sienna. This one here is wanting to come out. Ooh. So, the Condor, which is like an eagle. We don't get these in Australia, but these are, I think, American and South America. Apparently they're huge, yeah? Like they've really got massive wingspan. So I guess like our eagle. And, you know, you could say eagle as well. So with the eagle, it says, or condor, it says, you are too enmeshed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. So what that means is that whatever's going on for you, right, if you're feeling upset or something happening in your life and you're too confused or you don't know and all of this, what that means is just to step back. Just let it go. And what I'm getting the message for you, Sienna, is you can imagine yourself like putting it in a big bucket, yeah, all your worries, all your, what you're scared about or you can't figure out or you're confused about. Imagine yourself putting it all in a bucket, yeah, and then giving this bucket to the eagle or to your angels or whatever, but you could give it to the eagle, yeah. Put it all in a bucket, all your thoughts, all your fears, all what you're scared about, all your feelings. Put it in a bucket and give it to your angels, give it to the eagle, yeah? And the eagle will take all your worries away, take all your scared feelings away or what you're upset about or what you're confused and you can't figure out, yeah? They'll take it away and that'll help you to be clearer, yeah? So you'll be able to feel happy again, yeah? So I hope that helps you. So the eagle, so you might like to draw an eagle. You can try and draw an eagle or you can find pictures of eagles or, you know, and just have it near you. You could put it, if you've got a photo of an eagle next to your bed, maybe your dad can help you do that perhaps, Ben. And what was the other one for you, Kaylee? Kaylee, you got the shark. So maybe you can both try drawing shark and eagle or something like that will really help you to feel, you know, connected to that animal. And remember, all animals have messages for you. So, and lots of kids love animals. So any animals always have messages. You can always ask them for messages and just trust, you know, what messages you receive in your mind or your thoughts or your heart because you feel them and it's real. Yeah. All right. So I hope that helps you, Sienna and Kaylee. I liked pulling cards for you. Thanks, Ben, for letting them come on. So if nobody else has got any questions or want me to pull a card for them, then I shall jump off. But I just saw some people joined now too. Connection is jumping in and out. So you're very welcome, Ben. No worries. So if nobody's got any other questions or comments, I'm going to jump off I'm going to go to the gym, even though I could easily start to wind down. I planned to go to the gym this morning and I got a little bit sidetracked going surfing, but I trusted that because I'm like, I can work at night and I can surf during the day, because there's no way that I'd be surfing at nighttime, especially with what was out there today. Hey Sandy, would you like me to pull a card for you before I jump off? I was kind of waiting to see if you But too, if you're watching this live stream, I already shared about Trust Your Intuition, and if you've read my blog that I just posted, starting to really own and I guess honour my gift too. Like I said, I just thought that everyone friggin' had it, and I do know that everybody has the potential to it. It just depends if they want to hone in on that gift, and it's not for everybody, I get that. It's like, you know, I wouldn't want to be a lawyer or something, but anyway, I don't want to go through the training to become a lawyer, but anyone can, right? So you can, yeah, if you want to hone in your psychic gifts and, you know, your intuition, and if you feel like, you know, you want to learn how to speak to the animals and how to receive messages from them intuitively, and, you know, how to even know what your intuition is and your thoughts, or whether it's just your thoughts thinking, like how do you distinguish that? How do you become lighter and vibrationally lighter? You know, it's all in Trust Your Intuition, because I created that course because they're the most common questions I get asked all the time, like all the time. If you're just starting out in spirituality, or if you want to deepen your spirituality, you know, like Trust Your Intuition, it's all there. There's 5 modules. It's self-paced online course. There's fortnightly support in the group from myself, do live streams. There's an awesome tribe gathering in there that we don't think you're crazy. All of this is completely normal, yeah? So the doors are open for Trust Your Intuition. They close on the 29th, so it's only another 3.5 weeks before you can get in there. And, you know, this won't be at this price anymore after the 29th. So if you've ever thought about getting in there, now is your time. So Sandy, I have pulled this card for you, throat chakra, not a surprise, and really getting about the living your truth, yeah, which is, you know, what you're really stepping into now. It's not just speaking it, it's actually aligning to it and living it, because the throat chakra is, yes, about owning your shadow, which you do very well, but it's also, you know, like it's not just speaking your truth, but living it, yeah? It's the connection and the cut-off point, I guess, between, you know, what we're thinking and, you know, to actually actioning it, which is the rest of our body. So it's like, you know, where we start living our truth, not just walking the talk, basically. No, it's not just talking the talk, it's actually walking it when we're at the throat chakra, because we're embracing our shadow, and by doing that, it allows the energy to move through so we can actually take action in the world, not just thinking it, yeah? So very relevant for you, and not a surprise really that that's come up for you. So hope that helps you. All right, I think I might have dropped out. There's a few people dream dropping out. The internet's being a bit weird, but check with your internet provider, because like I said, I've been having trouble too, and then I rang up and I must have pressed a button and now it seems to be working fine, so not sure about that, but anyway. So if you've got any questions and you're watching the replay, please comment below. As I said, Trust Your Intuition doors are open. If you're watching this and you'd like to work one-on-one with me, please send me a private message and I'll see if we're a match to be able to do that. And I've been enjoying doing live readings for you here today, and I felt really called to do that. I love connecting with you, hence me on my private page again, on my personal page, and I'm just feeling called to do it back on here again, because I miss connecting with you guys, and it's not as active. I don't know, for some reason on there it's not, I don't know, I like it here better, so I'm going with what feels better. So I look forward to seeing you very soon. Send me a message if you've got any questions or something's going on for you and you want to work deeper. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Remember, keep it real. Lots of love. Namaste.